All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Happy Friday. We are live talking round 3, a little bit of round 1, round 2 recap of this year's PGA Championship from around America. I still want to know what you guys are thinking of the golf course because it is holding up. I will say I did think it would be a little bit lower scoring at this point in the week, but the rain didn't hold up. At this time last week, not this time last week, Monday and Wednesday show, it looked like there was going to be a little bit of rain in the forecast. That didn't really come through. So here we are through 2 rounds. 4 under leads the way. Maverick McNeely, Alex Smalley, just as everyone thought. Alex Smalley and Maverick McNeely leading the way. Nonetheless, some good reports on Smalley. I didn't see Maverick McNeely this week, so hopefully you guys have Smalley. Hopefully he can lead the way going forward. But let's touch on round 3. See who did what, how they did it. I'm going to pull my screen up and bring you that leaderboard right now. Chris got her up through old Ben Kern. Shot rounds, and Rory McIlroy shot rounds of 67 or better. I didn't even realize that Rory McIlroy had one of those top rounds of the day. Let's see what he did. Rory McIlroy was one of the few all-green guys. Rory McIlroy was all-green plus driving distance. But I want to read through all of these. Is there gray hair? No, let's look back at this. There's no gray hair. Come on. I think that's just a light. Maybe, though. Damn it, Vinny. I'm sorry. I'll try to be better next time. Okay, back to you threw me off guard. You threw me off guard. So let's look at the leaderboard. Chris got her up through Ludwig. Let's see how they did it. Chris got her up was pure approach and distance. Ludwig was pure approach. It's good to see the approach coming through because I was talking about I think it's going to come to fruition, but I wasn't quite sure if we were going to get that yet. By Sunday, I definitely think it's going to be there, and we're seeing it. Gotterup and Ludwig, the 2 best rounds of the tournament so far, were all driven on approach. Obviously, you need to get there, set up certain way, driving accuracy, driving distance. But these 2 rounds of the day were done it. Same thing with Maverick. He's leading the tournament. And look what he's doing on approach, specifically today. 5th so far on approach in the tournament. Today was 4th on approach. The approach is coming to fruition. That's what we're going to be looking at going forward. Then some of these guys down here. Harris English, he was a golfer who was an approach guy. Hideki Matsuyama, he was all green, kind of did everything well. Cameron Young, weird profile. He was like accuracy around the green, made some putts, not really the ideal profile, kind of scrapped that at -3. I'm not optimistic on Cameron Young going forward for what it's worth. And then these guys down here, Puig and Kern were just pure putters. Siwoo was all green. But you can see the guys at the top, the guys who are really leading the way, had that approach profile, which I'm really happy to see. Yeah, what do you guys think about the pins? I know a lot of guys are complaining, but I don't think it should be worth complaining. They have 49 weeks to have easy golf courses. We get it once a year, maybe twice a year, where they have some questionable pin locations. I mean, we're still under par. This isn't an unplayable golf course. It's not easy to make putts, but some guys are doing it. Is what's going to be the winning score? I don't know why I'm asking you because I should be answering that question. So let's see where we're at. I think the weather's going to do a good job dictating that. What's going to be the next thing I want to talk about? The weather. So far, we have Saturday weather. I'm going to get this off the screen as you can see it. Saturday weather, it's looking like it's going to be another windy one with maybe a little bit of a gap in the morning. And then Sunday, it's looking like more of the same. So it's looking like we're going to have minimal rain, some semi-scorable conditions in the morning. Then it gets tough again in the afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised if 7 or 8 wins this. 7 or 8 seems like a fair score to win this. And I know that's a lot different from what we were thinking pre-tournament. I was thinking 12 to 15 pre-tournament, I think. So 13, what's this? You're saying 13 winning score? Let me know what you're saying right there. But weather for tomorrow. Look at we're talking showdown right now, guys. We're talking showdown. This 6 a.m., 7 a.m. to noon gap, this is when it's going to be right for scoring. And then the leaders will go out, and it's going to get a lot tougher. So for when we're looking at guys, when you're looking at handicapping golfers later, early guys approach and accuracy. You need some PM guys, accuracy, approach. Make sure they're checking that around the green box. If they're losing strokes around the green, forget them. Forget them. So, but really early, I think the round of the tournament is going to come from tomorrow. I really do think someone's going to go out and shoot maybe what did Goddard shoot today? 65. Got her up shot 65. Another maybe 65. I don't think we're going to get 64 depending on pin locations. One of the better rounds of the tournament will come tomorrow morning, in my opinion. So let's look at the wave splits for today. Bring the screen back up and see if we can make any rhyme or reason to what we saw today. So morning and afternoon. The morning actually played harder, but it was not by much. It was a half a stroke. Usually we'll sometimes see a full stroke. And yesterday it was also morning played a little easier. So it was opposite. Tomorrow, I just think this just comes down to like who was out there. There was no weather to make this really the case. I'm not taking this at all. So yeah, I agree. The pins aren't going to be as hard as they were yesterday, as hard as they were on Thursday, unless the PGA of America really was like, let's just do them again. Let's just get crazier. Some of those tuck pins, I actually don't know how much justice does. These greens are raised so high. I can't really tell how much the TV does it justice. So maybe if you're watching this live, drop a comment if you guys have noticed that. But especially on some of the par threes, the greens are so high and those bunkers are so deep. If you miss a bunker to a right flag on the right, just like you're just so cooked on some of those par threes. And honestly, even some of the par fours too. These are tough ass greens complexes. And as you guys can see, there's a reason the scores are what they are. So we talked about the wave split for today. It wasn't anything to write home about. But like I said, tomorrow, I really am going to be targeting the bulk 4-2 lineups, at minimum 3-3, 4-2, maybe throw in a 5-1, AM, PM tomorrow. It's going to come through AM, PM. Maybe not a full stroke. I'm going to guess a 0.7 to 0.8 stroke difference in the AM because maybe the better golfers are just out in the PM. So AM, PM stroke advantage is what I'm looking for tomorrow. In terms of contest selection, I love this 25K long drive single entry round 3. You better be watching this live. There's only 277 entries and 49 of them are full right now. So contest details. First place pays 5K. You can beat 277 people, and 10th place pays 500. That is exactly the ratio we are always looking for. At least I am looking for. I think it's the best way to not win a contest and still cash fairly in terms of how the field is. Like you'd be happy to double your $200. I know it's not like it's better to enter just a double up right there, but you'd be happy to double your $100 for $200. You place a little higher, $500, and then you have a top 10. You're having a nice little payday. So I really like this. There's not too many people. It's not overly expensive. I really like this contest. 25K long drive will be my contest of choice for tomorrow. And we will definitely admit when we don't have the greatest content, the greatest results. If we had the greatest results every single day, we would not share it with the world and we keep it all for ourselves. The stone wasn't the best today. The projections weren't the best today. My slate plan wasn't the best today. Does that mean it's going to be good tomorrow? Maybe. It might just be. So you're going to go use that code BOOTS. You see it at the top of the screen. You're going to hit right here. Ship a Nation. You're going to hit Join the Nation. And if you just want the golf content, you want all of it, bang, right here. PGA plus Optimizer, monthly, annually. Use code BOOTS. That first week is free. And then you get all the content for 10% off for life. Use code BOOTS. Help me get out there because we got some boots coming up. We got the US Open. We got the Open Championship. And I don't want to say too much, but I want to go to the UK. I want to go to the UK and give you guys that content. So please use that code BOOTS so I can. Plane tickets are not cheap right now, guys. Please use that code BOOTS so I can get out there. But let's get into the players, talk about some of the stats, see what we are looking for. So we'll look at the full tournament stats. I'm going to be leaning on accuracy and approach for the PM wave, for the early wave, and then the PM wave touch on some around the green. So we have this cut around, it's going to be a -4 cut, right? Is that locked in? We have T68 right now. What do we got here? I thought it was +4 cut. I thought the cut was locked in at +4. We're getting nothing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. See, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? PGA Championship. It should be a +4 cut. Actually, let's just go to Data Golf. Yeah. Why do I doubt myself? +4 cut, 100%. So golfers at +4, right here, +4. We're looking for accuracy. We're looking for approach, +4 and above to go out there early in the morning and shoot around. It's obviously not going to be pretty down here, but this is what we have to work with. I don't mind this from Daniel Berger. Daniel Berger is literally doing nothing poorly. Nothing poorly. About even around off the tee. Barely gaining on approach. Having a nice round the green, which is great for what we're looking for. And he's even putting. I think Daniel Berger is an absolutely tremendous play tomorrow. What is his price? What is Daniel Berger's price? Because I love that already. For the early morning wave, why not get out there? 6K Berger. Come on, guys. I love that a lot. What else are we looking for? Accuracy, approach. So Chris Kirk's putter worries me a little bit. He's not popping with the driver in terms of accuracy right now, or else there'd be an A right there. But we know Chris Kirk is generally a really accurate driver of the golf ball. The approach play, oh, sorry. Yeah, the approach play is great. I thought I read the wrong thing. The approach play is great from Chris Kirk, and that's what we were looking for in the morning wave. He's currently 3 over. He's going to go out really early. Love that from Chris Kirk. What else are we looking at right here? Who's this? Losing a stroke off the tee. Are they an accuracy guy? Are they just being short? Moment of truth, because this could be a hammer play. Brian Harman. Losing strokes off the tee, that just means he's hitting it short. We know Brian Harman is generally very accurate off the tee. He can have a nice little round with the long irons, gaining on approach, hitting them really well. Love that. And he's putting really well. So Brian Harman and Chris Kirk, I like those guys a lot. Keith Mitchell, early wave going out +2, gaining off the tee, gaining on approach. Not the most accurate golfer in the world, but gaining on the putting greens. I don't need Keith Mitchell to hit every single fairway. When he hits them, he can attack with some shorter irons than Harman and Kirk, and hopefully have a nuke round. We don't want Keith Mitchell when he's leading the golf tournament. We want him right now when he's 6 shots back, kind of on the outside looking in. That's when you want Keith Mitchell for sure. Tom Hoge, love that. Only losing off the tee because he's short, gaining where we need him to gain on approach. That is Tom Hoge's forte. That is what he does best. Also don't mind this from Alex Fitz. Matt Fitz is right here. They're right next to each other. That's why I said that. They're both hitting fairways. I don't mind both of them. And Matt Fitzpatrick is just simply putting poorly. We know Matt Fitzpatrick is a great putter. He's at +2. He had like a 4 putt today, I believe. So I think Matt Fitz is a great play in that 9K range. But let's go to the top. Because we're going to be looking for approach, but we need some around the green if we want any of these guys. I will say right now, I'm going to be doing a majority of my lineups 4-2, maybe even throw some 5-1s in there. But if you need some guys from the top, let's find some guys from the top. I'm not talking about price right now. I'm just simply talking about leaderboard, where they are on the leaderboard. So I need you to have something around the green, but I don't need you to be gaining 2 strokes through 2 rounds around the green. Is that even aggregate? What a cumulative right here. So yeah, I don't need you to be gaining all of these strokes around the green. I need you to be just showing good signs, because if you're gaining too many strokes around the green, that means you're relying on it too much, and it's just going to go back in the wrong direction. So I need you to be showing me some good things around the green. Right here, Chris Goddard. This is amazing stuff. He's gaining over nearly 5 strokes ball striking, and he's putting great, and he's chipping fine. He's a beautiful man and a beautiful golfer. Why would you not want Chris Goddard again tomorrow? I don't care if he's at the top. Who is this right here? Scotty Scheffler. Ever heard of him? I like this profile. Look out field. And then Siwoo. Like, Siwoo is doing everything so perfectly. We have him outright this week around 50-1, 60-1. And like, this gets me excited. He's gaining a stroke and a half off the tee, a stroke and a half approach, a stroke and a half around the green, and 2 on the putting greens. This is beautiful for Siwoo Kim. So that's what I'm looking at the top. One more golfer that I don't mind going to. Not Andrew Putnam. Is, I don't mind Daniel Hillier, but let's find one more from like even or higher. I want to find someone that's solid. Patrick Cantlay. This is when you want Patrick Cantlay too. You don't like, who would I say? Like Keith Mitchell, you don't want Patrick Cantlay when he's in the lead. You want him when he's coming from behind. T16, post that non-competitive backdoor T3 in a major, just like he does so well. That is Patrick Cantlay's forte. And where you could take advantage of it is a showdown situation. Let's do that with Patrick Cantlay. You might have saw it before, but the one golfer that I am on for the day, for tomorrow, is Aaron Rai. Old Aaron Rai. Let's look at the stat line for Aaron Rai, currently in a tie for 16th, doing what we want well. Off the tee, he's very accurate. On approach, very accurate. Not the greatest around the green, but he's putting well. And Aaron Rai, I don't want him missing greens. I wouldn't be playing him if this approach number was bad. So Aaron Rai getting 2 strokes on approach, hitting a ton of fairways is someone I'm surely into. Aaron Rai is the one golfer that I am on for tomorrow. Any questions, you know where to find me. As always, song of the day before we get out of here. When Everything Means Nothing by Fit for a King. If you've heard of it, let me know. If you haven't heard of it, listen to it and then let me know. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for round 4 showdown. Peace out. Let me know what we need.